Hi, this is Troy Rink for Denver 7, and winter returned with a bit of a vengeance here in Longmont. And speaking of returns, Vic Fangio met the media on Monday and said he's been given every indication by upper management that he will return in 2021 for his third season. This was expected, but what was not expected, a 12-19 record after 2 years. They have not been above 500 once, or even at 500 once, in Fangio's 2 seasons at the helm. That's an issue. Now, again, this year you could say he deserves a mulligan given the COVID-19 problems and the injuries. I mean, you lose Von Miller and Courtland Sutton, your 2 best players, and this was a team that already had basically no margin for error. But you can't excuse some of the stats that are developed throughout the season, and 2 of them specifically just show the ground the Broncos have to cover to become relevant again. Number 1, they rank dead last in turnover margin at -20. San Francisco is next at -10. Think on that. The Broncos have 10 more turnovers in terms of turnover margin than anyone in the league. That's a problem. And in takeaways, they have 12. That ranks 31st out of 32 teams. Vic Fangio's defense in 2 years with the Broncos, they have 29 takeaways. His last Chicago team had 36. So these are real issues. I asked Fangio about it. What do you need to see improve? And, he went back to the little things of, you need to execute better. You need to do this better, and he's right. But at some point, it's got to translate from practice to the game. And some of that is adding talent to the roster. You can't lose the players they lost and expect to be good. But they're not competitive at times, and they do the same things over and over again in terms of mistakes, and that's special teams. That is the turnovers with Drew Lock, who's got a turnover in 11 straight games. And yesterday, I will say this, Lock played better than his final numbers because Jerry Jeudy had 5 drops. I'm not ready to give up on Jerry Jeudy. Certainly Vic Fangio's not. He believes that the game could be a defining moment, that he will improve from this. He's known as a hard worker around the building. I just believe he needs to get back to the mechanics, the basics, and that he will benefit from having Courtland Sutton in the receiver room next year. But Broncos, a lot of room to improve next season. For Denver 7,